Last year, a friend of mine recommended that I do a journal entry of what state I was currently in my life at the time. I remember doing it, and I remember what I was writing down, or where I was, who I was, and what I identified with. I remember reading back on that diary entry about 5-6 months later, and I was in a completely different space, and life had changed. But when we day to day, sometimes it's not as easy to recognize the changes that are happening. In this new space, 5 or 6 months later, I realized that so much had changed, and what that taught me and what that helped me put together was that I had started to grow a couple few potted plants in my window. I worried every day, were they gonna blossom? And I remember watching them bloom from not even a fingernail bed big to these full-blown, strong, healthy leaves. I'd noticed that one branch would then branch off into four and then make entirely new leaves. And through watching that growth on a daily basis, it made me realize wow, change does happen. After about 4 potted window plants, I stopped worrying. I didn't worry about the positioning of the plants. I didn't worry if they were too deep or if they were deep enough. I planted, I watered, and I went on about my day. I did this again and again until I went out and I saw the first signs of sprouting. And I'm like, wow, this just works. Things are happening, things are sprouting, and things are growing, regardless if I'm able to see them right away. It's happening. I decided to do an updated diary entry because where I am now is different from my last diary entry. And I think that there's a space where I can be grateful for the growth and the changes that have happened. And it got me thinking, where in my life can I show more gratitude for the blessings that happened not overnight, but every night? Where inside of your life did those little changes happen? Those little developments happen, those day-to-day transformations happen. It may not be cataclysmic or gigantic changes, but they're changes. Things take time to develop. And that's exactly what happened in my life. Time developed my life. Where has time made changes and developments in your life? Where have you recently seen growth? We talked about honoring ourselves and noticing and celebrating small wins. Growth and transformation are exactly how we do that. Nonetheless, you know the motto. Stand firm in the decision to move forward, taking that first step and allowing that other foot to follow. And before you know it, you're carving your path, blazing your trail, and then boom, you're living your new reality. Bye, guys.